I want to take a little bit and try and explain some concept that I think is pretty important in today's society, and that's communication. We have historically, as people, been able to communicate with each other through various methods. Audio, through speaking to each other, and language is one of them. Facial expressions is another. Body language. We have all kinds of methods of communication that we employ and use all the time to talk and share information with each other. This has been going on. It's something that's been going on through the course of evolution for millions of years. I mean, people talk about the origin of human language, and that's actually the wrong question to ask. What you have to ask is the origin of language itself does not start with humans. It starts way, way, way beyond humans, way before us. Language would have diverged, or it would have evolved probably close to like 800 billion years ago or something like that. 800 billion, oh wow. 800 million, probably close to a billion years ago. And since then has been diverging into its own various dialects. We have birds all speak a different dialect from each other, and that bird, the entire group of bird language is in itself another branch of Earth language we also speak a dialect of. It's human version. Dogs and cats have their version of. I mean, to think that language originated like that one day humans just made an audible noise and all of a sudden, oh, language was born. No, it happened. Mammals had been squeaking and grunting and chirping or whatever for millions of years. So anyway, it all has to do with sharing information with each other. Sharing not only with each other, with various members of the same group, but with members of different groups. We've been communicating needs. Plants and insects and their pollination, in a way, is communicating with each other. I say a lot. All it is, though, is a rest so that I can gather my thoughts without awkward silences. But I think today we have, with the onset and the development of social networking, computers, communication through telephone, instant messaging, we've come to cut out a certain portion of our communication, and a lot of it is facial expressions, voice inflections, little subtle things that really make all the difference. I mean, you type. I hear all the time people complaining about, oh, I wish sarcasm could translate through text messages. Well, it doesn't. What translates, we're able to translate sarcasm through facial expressions and the tone in our voice inflection. And so that's one thing. It's a vital piece of communication. That sarcasm is its own communication, and it's being lost. It's being lost in this medium, this electronic medium of communication. We lose a lot of these little subtle things that we've evolved to pick up on and understand. A little smile, like on the corner of your mouth, might mean you're thinking something a little goofy, or whatever. And you don't get that from messaging people. So why has this become a big deal? I think it's become a big deal because We learn by sharing information. We always have. We've learned everything. Honestly, everything learns from sharing information. The natural selection and exchange of ideas. And with humans, it would be ideas and technology. And these little these subtle little things, these subtle methods that we employ to communicate with each other through facial expressions and voice inflections and whatever it may be, they're important. They're vitally important, and we're starting to lose a certain level of communication. I'm noticing on Facebook, me being an American, relatively okay comparatively. I mean, compared to the rest of the world, I'm okay. I've got a computer and all this. But I'm trying to communicate with people, to reach out, because I have interests like this video thing. The whole reason I'm doing this is in an attempt to reach out to other people who are also curious, inquisitive, people who want to ask questions and want to exchange information with each other. I am having to do it this way on YouTube. I noticed though on Facebook, as somebody who is an American in this American society, you'd think that I'd be able to get on Facebook and just talk about things, ask questions about the things that I'm interested in, and discuss this stuff. But nobody does. Nobody does. I post questions, things that I want to encourage people to think about or encourage discussion, and people don't share their information. They don't share their ideas anymore, especially when it's maybe something that takes a little bit more critical thinking, when it's a bit more of a controversial subject, or when it's a bit more intellectual. Maybe there's no communication anymore. And even when I try to reach out specifically to people, to the professionals in various fields, like I'll send an email to different professors asking various questions about certain subjects. Those professors, either the email goes into their spam and is never even seen by them, which is a communication error on my part. A communication error. My communication doesn't get to them, so they never even hear it. Or they might get it and sweep it under the rug, like, oh, whatever, you're not going to school here, you're not paying for your education, so whatever. But the thing is that, like, historically, the sharing of information, the free exchange of ideas has led to advancements. The exchange of information, historically, the exchange of ideas and information has led to cultural advance. Any civilization that was advanced socially, culturally, scientifically, most of the time had an acceptance of foreign ideas. Most of the time because of trade. Trade necessitated the acceptance of foreign ideas to maintain the relationships with foreign traders. And so foreign ideas and concepts would become integrated into these cultures, and good ideas would be accepted. Good beneficial social ideas would flourish. beneficial scientific and technological ideas would also flourish because we have the natural selection of ideas and technology coming together through trade. And this is also it's very significant. Everything comes down to the exchange of information. Everything comes down to the exchange of information.